Alright, I think that's as straight as we're gonna get it. That's fine. It's a little, but I'm working with a tripod that I don't really know very well. So we're just gonna go with a slightly askew thing. I'm here eating my lunch at the steps to my basement apartment. Um, and I was thinking about. I'm also sick. I'm recovering from a cold, so don't mind me sounding diseased. My voice can go really low. Actually, watch ready. Can you hear that? Hey. All right. I was thinking today. Oh, I hear a motorcycle. I'm enjoying this weather, and earlier I was thinking about um the last couple of months. It's been interesting this year. It's supposed to be like 83 today, and it's March. I don't know how I feel about that. But then, in like a couple days, it's supposed to be in the 60s again. So, no sé. Um, so, I got laid off in January 9th, to be specific. It was a Friday, and I had no idea I was getting laid off. Um, it was a surprise. I kind of felt myself getting pushed out of the company that week. Um, maybe you think maybe I would wait until after I'm not coughing anymore, but I have a little bit of manic energy today. Um, so we press on. Um, wow. So I wrote down a list. I was feeling very sad about job stuff this week. Because I applied for unemployment, and in the state of Utah, you have to apply for 4 jobs at least a week in order to keep it up. And so I was looking at jobs, and I've applied for my 4 this week, but I got an email from a recruiter about a job that I had not applied for. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. Da-da-da-da. I had some reservations about it. My point is, I ended up being spam. It was a fake job. Um, I did more research on the company's website, and they had this whole thing about like people are impersonating us, and it's a scam, and it's like identity theft and everything. And I was like, oh shoot. And unfortunately, that's not the first job I've seen that was fake, but it was one recently that I almost fell for. Glad I didn't go further than I did, but I was just a bit pissed at the job market and the world. And if you're on LinkedIn, you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I was just a bit sad. I was talking to my mom, and everything. So I made a list. I've entitled it "Things I've Done to Fill the Time, Avoid the Dread." Because this is not the second time I've been laid off, but no, sorry, this was not the first time I've been laid off. It was the second time I've been laid off. But the first time I was going to college, and then I ended up serving a mission for my church. So it wasn't that big of a deal, and I was pretty bored at the job anyway, and it was because they didn't have enough work for me, and I was like, that's fine. And I was 22. No, I was almost 22 at the time. So, I was a baby. So anyway, things I've done to fill the time, avoid the dread. So I am in Utah, and I went to school at BYUI. So I visited Rexburg to see a show. Shout out to Lisa Oliphant. You're the best. They did, what was it called? They did a play, and it was, I'll remember. But visited Rexburg. I've watched a ton of Studio Ghibli movies. I haven't watched all of them, but I watched like 8 or something. There's so many movies. I knitted a lot. I haven't really crocheted a lot this year, but I knitted a ton. I have read a grand total of 18 books this year. My goal is 100. I've read 18. I'm currently reading technically 3. And then I have 3 more in process that I haven't started yet, but I want to because I need to return them to the library. Because I live really close to the library and I use it all the time. But for 19 bucks, I've walked to my local library. It's not that far from me. Done that a few times. I've applied for a grand total of 54 jobs in the last 3 months. I could be wrong with the numbers, but it was about 54 jobs. I've been ghosted. I've been spammed. I've been lied to. I've had, let's see, I didn't write it down. I think I've had like 4 or 5 interviews, maybe. Though that number might be wrong because a few interviews I was going to have, and then they never got back to me about the time, or it got moved, and then nothing. I got ghosted. I started sketching a little again. Just a little bit. I have made 2 coffee cakes. One was orange flavored, and one was like the normal streusel cinnamon flavor. Delicious. They're from Betty Crocker. You can find the recipe online. I found mine from Reddit. Like someone to take a picture. Thank you, Reddit. I have made many variations of peanut butter Rice Krispies. I freaking love a peanut butter dessert with chocolate. Yes, please. I'm right by the highway, and I hear, not highway, a street. I don't know what I'm saying. There's something going on. I designed costumes for Sound of Music in my local community theater here in Utah. It was fun. Closing night tonight. Hey. I spend a lot of time with my niece. I live with family right now. We share rent because in this economy, um, so I spend a lot of time with my niece. She just turned 1. It's a good time. I've written a lot, so I'm a closet writer. I don't really share my stuff, but I have a lot of stuff that I've written. So I've written a lot more because I have a lot of time. I've gone through a lot of highs and lows. I would not go into detail, but losing a job and then trying to figure out the job market and then not really knowing what you want to do anyway because I'm turning 30 this year and I don't really know what I'm doing. And that's okay. I've just had to learn to be okay with that. Here we are. I've gotten more into photography. I have a Canon T1i, so it's an old lady, but I love her. I still need to work on like my aperture, figuring out how that works, and my focus, but I'm having fun, and that's what matters. I've watched a lot of documentaries, mostly crime documentaries. Netflix has a lot of them, and we recently got Netflix, so I'm having fun with that. And then I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and so I've served in my temple, in a local temple, a lot. I do it every Wednesday, and I'm having a lot of fun with that. And that's my list. Thank you for being here. Hope you have a wonderful day. And if anyone else is also looking for a job, I feel you. Godspeed. Bye.